What's up with the what's ups? Self-sabotage, internal conflict is real, right? Some people ask themselves, what is internal conflict? Internal conflict is just you dealing with you. And the reason why I'm speaking on internal conflict today, because what I've noticed over the years, a lot of people, including myself, have become loners. And when I say that, I mean like they don't really have people that they allow into their circle. But the person that's holding them up from moving forward is themselves and the internal conflict. The internal conflict that they have with themselves and the self-sabotaging that they have with themselves is what's holding them back. And if this is resonating with you, we're gonna help you find a solution right now. We're gonna help you dissect right quick the self-sabotaging. And if you don't know what internal conflict is, internal conflict with yourself is not moving on your impulse. Because you're already in a place where you don't listen to other people. You don't listen to people that's telling you things to do with themselves that they don't have no proof that is working, because they don't move on it, right? So you will listen to yourself. And the crazy thing about listening to yourself is you come up and you think about and you go over and over in your head with some of the best ideas, some of the brightest subjects, and some of the brightest solutions. But you don't move on it. That's self-conflict. That's self-sabotaging. Self-sabotaging, it comes when you ain't nobody telling you that you need to eat different or you need to move or you need to act. You telling yourself this. I want to stop eating like that. I need to get up and start doing things. But then that comfort kicks in and you'll self-sabotage yourself and you'll lay there. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll eat something different next week. I'll plan later. That's the conflict with yourself. When you could easily be like, when that discipline kicks in, because the discipline gonna override the motivation every time. You know what I'm saying? You could watch something on TV and it motivate you, and you still ain't disciplined enough to move. You just sit there. That's that internal conflict. Especially when you know that you better than that. When you know that you greater, because you have done things in your life to prove to yourself that you're better than the person that you are today. All you have to do is act on your thoughts, man. Internal conflict is that second guessing yourself, man. You know what I mean? You gotta pull away from that. You gotta pull away from that internal conflict, because it's just you fighting against yourself. You gotta fight against that comfort, man. In order to have the things you want, because everybody want to be looking in the mirror and be happy with themselves. It's this thing that's going around now, like for the last 10 years, people be saying they got anxiety, and that anxiety is holding them up from doing things. That's internal conflict. Straight up and down. No ifs, ands, and buts about it. That's conflict you having with yourself. You putting you in your own way. You overthinking things, right? The reason, I can say that from my point of view and my perspective, because I'm an only child, right? And living in Philadelphia, I done lived all over the city. I never once was in a position where as though my anxiety got the best of me and I didn't approach the situation head on. So when people say they have these certain anxieties, I look at them like that's an internal conflict. Because you're allowing yourself to You fighting against you. There's no boogeyman. How can you be scared to enter a place or a building or approach some things when the people that are inside of these buildings or places are humans just like you? I heard some gentleman say that his son was being cyberbullied. So I asked him what was cyberbullied. He said he go on sites and kids be talking, reckless to him or saying things that hurt his feelings. Get off the page. Don't go back on there. Why you keep going in places that you ain't want it or you feel pressured? Internal conflict. Because the reason why I'm on this internal conflict today, because I see so many young people that are holding themselves back more than the world is, more than the things around them. They're coming up with excuses to be comfortable. They don't want to break out of their comfort zone. And being comfortable is causing you to be lazy. It's causing you to not finding out who you really are and the gifts that you have and the growth that can possibly, excel you to the next level of life, because this conflict that you're having internally with yourself. Me personally, I went to Belmont Elementary. I went to Cleveland Elementary. I went to Anderson Elementary. I went to Salisbury Middle. I went to West. I went to University. I'm saying this because going through all these different schools that I went through as a child growing up, there was curiosity of what was I going to face, but not once did I hide or duck and dodge or say I'm not going to go in there, the fear of. You know what I'm saying? I had no one to say, you're going to be all right, no big brother, no big sister. Yo, you cool, just go in there, you're going to be all right, no reason for you to be scared. I just went on it head on and attacked the situation, and it worked out for me for the best. A lot of times we say anxiety is because we are afraid of things in our mind that's 9 times out of 10 that's never going to happen. They come up with these facades and these things that they assume that's going to happen to them, and they're never going to happen. You're in your own way. You are becoming a product of an environment, a mental environment that you're painting a picture of that doesn't even exist. When it comes to fear, you should fear nothing but the man upstairs. That's even when it comes to adults that want to take on their first business. They scared to, take out a loan because they worried about them having to pay it back. They already fighting internally with themselves. And that's how you're never going to win like that. You're never going to see what it takes to fight. You're never going to see what it feels like to bet on yourself. You can't never see how strong you is if you don't go lift that weight up. You can never get to the 200 and 300 pound, lift if you don't start at the 35 to the 50 to the 60 and build yourself up. That internal conflict with yourself, and the worst thing about it is you doing it to yourself. It's not like there's someone that's telling you you can't do it. You're telling yourself and coming up with excuses why we can't make these moves to advance in life. Maybe if somebody told you couldn't do it, you probably would go out there and prove them wrong. Why not prove yourself wrong? Why not get out your own way? Why do we let ourselves hold us back from growth, man? From being excellent, from being superb? Your destiny awaits. Some people, right? They can't even manage to get out the bed early. They'll lay there, self-sabotage, right? Then you have some other people on the other hand who can't sleep all day. They love to get up early. But they're not doing nothing with their energy. They're not doing nothing with their time. That's still self-sabotaging. You're not using your time wisely. When it's you against you, right? And you're a loner and you by yourself, there's no reason why you shouldn't be in your brain supporting yourself and egging yourself on and pushing yourself forward and testing your abilities and seeing what it is that you can handle, finding out who you really are internally, proving certain things to yourself, putting yourself through different courses of dynamics of life, making a better way for you. All the strength that you have, it lies within you. There's no magic wand. There's nothing magical about this planet. You got to get out there and make it happen. You got to get out your own head. Internally, you got to tell yourself that it's possible, and it's all about just action. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, a lot of times we come up with these great ideas and we tell ourselves what we can do and what we're going to do and how things could be great for ourselves, but we don't act on it. Because comfort, man, comfort is just, it's too accessible. You know, comfort will steal your future from you. Just think, right? You get up in the morning, right? Boom. Go to work because you're comfortable with that. Well, say you don't have a job. Let's say you don't go to work. Let's say you off that day, right? You get up, you chill, you lay down, watch TV, whatever the case may be. You do this every day. You doing this every day on your day off, right? You know, today my day off. I'm chilling. I ain't doing nothing. I ain't going outside. I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna catch up on some of these shows. You do that on your day off. Then you go to work that week. Your next day off, you do that again. You go back to work next week. Every time you go to work, you complaining. Hey, I gotta go ahead and deal with these people. Hey, I gotta go ahead and do this again. On your days off, you so dug into your comfort, you did nothing to push yourself away from that job that you can't stand. Internally, you killing yourself. Internally, you strangling yourself. Internally, you fighting against you. You putting yourself in a situation you don't even want to be in. You got to get rid of them old habits and come up with some new habits. Take the old habits and come up with the new habits. All my old habits. Sleeping. I'm up. You gotta want more. You just have to want more. You gotta be like, yo, I'm not one of them. I want more. Scratch all the old habits. Whatever your old habits was that was stopping you from elevating, ball them Jones up. Reinvent yourself. Seriously. Tell yourself, yo, I'm on something new. It ain't gotta be, I'm on something new this year. I'm on something new with me. I want to tap into another side of me. You know what I'm saying? I want to see what I can do with me. I want to see how far I can push myself. Push it to the limit. Scrap all them old habits and get you some new habits. Some new habits that's going to make you feel good about the person you see in the mirror. Some new habits that's going to make you proud to be like, yo, damn, I did that. No more internal conflict. No more self-sabotaging. Get out your own way and make a lane for yourself. I'm just saying. Holla at your boy.